I'm seeing, Mr.
Order,
Speaker,
Angela. What is our
nominee, sorry?
Are you debating or you have a point
I'm
of
not
order?
debating, I'm bringing to your attention to make a ruling, Mr. Speaker, whether we are properly debating the right person to be appointed as IG. Because this person was born on 22nd September 1963. And the 1963, this is 2024 September, he's already 61. All government officers retire at the age of 60. So are we going to appoint somebody who is not even in the system, who has already retired? Is it in order for the House to debate something that is out, somebody who has already retired?
Not having other people. I know the head of state will convince us that he have got those who have much experience in the government and preferred to appoint them, which is okay. But we sometimes ought to check on the age limit. And that is why we are being affected up to now. If we can't debate now on the age limit for someone to work in the government with, then we might be wrong in this country. And I want us to dig deep into that. You've seen even Moses Wasika Wetangula confronting the man, the MP, over this discussion, talking about the Douglas Kanja and the group. Douglas Kanja is the one who have replaced Masengeli after Masengeli had some issues with the judges. I think he have just gone for a break because he might come back unless any other things happen. But we are in Kenya. If you are not keen, things might change. Let me just go through what is happening here. He served in the role from November 2022 to July 2024. Following the nomination, Deputy IG Administration Police Gilbert Masengeli was appointed acting IG. And therefore, Mr. Masengeli, let me just read this of Kanja. So, Douglas Kanja. While approving Mr. Kanja on Thursday, the members of parliament said the former GSU commander was the best candidate for the job with his wealth of experience in the service, which I was talking about, having risen from a constable to his current position. And again, the lawmakers said during the vetting that Mr. Kanja was well versed in the security sector and a practical solution to strengthen security in the country. But Mr. Kanja is 61 years or 60 years. I don't know the age of Masengeli. That is why we are seeing when it's come to MPs vetting, they are getting discouraged. Why is Ruto's administration allowing someone who is supposed to retire from the government to serve as the IG in the country? It means that Douglas Kanja have a close relationship with the sitting president. I am not discouraged with the job position. That is his time. But the question is, why is the government allowing someone whose age have reached for retirement to serve the people in the country? It means that there are several people in the government sector who are supposed to retire still working in the government. There are several people in the parastatal who are supposed to retire still working in the government. Yet our youths are graduating, they are tammacking, no one is bothering about their graduation. That is why we are seeing all this demonstration up and down. Kenyans youth are demanding for their right, but the government seems not to listen to them, and their effort bearing no fruit. So if we try to calculate this in some coming years, our grandchildren, our children will encounter the same. If we can't rectify this mistake right now, it's going to haunt us. So President Ruto's administration must be aware that any person working in the government should not reach an age limit and still proceeding with the government position. And it's not only Douglas Kanja. We have several people. Musalia Mudavadi is one of them. How old is Musalia Mudavadi? The current speaker. There are so many people working. Even if you are MP, you've worked for 10 years, you have reached 60 years, just retire. There's no need for that. Though there is always dream. You might want to be a president, it's well and fine, because I don't, president have no age limit, maybe. But this is a little bit tricky, because someone is wealthy, reaching at the age of 60, he want to vie for presidency. The same way of Raila Odinga. He was 70 something. He had money, he had all the resources. He want to vie for presidency to still serve in the government. So are we not understanding what is really happening here? The MP seems to be challenged on the age limit of Douglas Kanja. But there is Python, there are some people who are working, many of them, in the government. They are 70, 65. No one is questioning. So it forced the Speaker of the National Assembly to stop this discussion. And you've seen his reaction when you mentioned Douglas Kanja. They are saying that age is just a limit. Age is just a number. As long as you have that profession, you can work, have that skill, and produce yourself to the people in the country. And therefore, as much as we are being controlled by our constitution, we must be truthful enough to ourselves. Even if the government is balancing the age limit, the government should consider the youths as well. And the youths are supposed to be forefront in order to make this country perfect. Rather than having a dilation over the discussion, who is supposed to be in this position, who is supposed to be in the other position. That is why we have constitution. I know it is heavy task to the sitting president. Being a president is not easy. It's not easy job. Those are the challenges. You might select someone at the age of 62, having much experience, and given that priority again to someone at the age of 39, having a little experience. And we saw it happened in Ruto's administration. The CSS, they were joking, moving up and down, and they no longer take things serious. And that is what seems to happen. So, Mr. Douglas Kanja have replaced Masengeli. And they have taken an oath. I will not expect him misbehaving as Masengeli. That any leader in this country must respect the law. There's no one above the law. The laws is the weapon of each and every person. As long as you are born, raised in this country. And even if you are not raised, even today I visit United States of America, I must obey their law. If I visit Vancouver, I must obey their law. Australia, I must obey their law. Laws is the weapon of the government. And the people themselves are the ones who always make the law. That is why we have the MPs, members of parliament. They make the law. When it is passed, it is that way. So, with me, I can say that President Ruto should balance. If you have that interest to replace job vacancies with the people of 60 years old age, 60 years old age, then you also should consider the youth in this country. If you have if you have Mr. Douglas Kanja as the IG, in any case you have the deputy, then the deputy should be a youth. Yes, to be nurtured, trained. And now you will say youth misbehave. Some don't misbehave. If you pay a youth at the age of 30, 800,000, he or she will start drinking, moving up and down. But if you get serious youth, there are so many. As you say, that age is just a number. Anyway, that is what seems to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Drop your opinion at the comment section. Bye bye, and let's meet on another political discussion. All the best.